At the beginning of the story, we see an unconscious man. The sky is falling rapidly. Then the man suddenly comes to his senses. Looking down at the earth, the wind blows, trying to open the shot. But his parachute does not open. As he approaches the earth, then suddenly the automatic opens its parachute, which lessens his speed. And then the mountains were struck. And then he goes down to the ground and falls. Then he will be saved from the mountains. Soon after, the man realized. He comes and we know the name of this man. Peter is conscious and sees Peter. Around here. It is a forest and it is not understood. How did I get here? Before Peter knew anything. Then suddenly another man in his arms. Parachutes safely land. This guy is a Mexican gangster. And this gangster turns the gun on Peter. Peter explains it. Put the gun down. I will not harm you. Then he hears the gun. Another man from above. The earth shall fall before their eyes. The man was killed because he didn't have a shot. Now before they both went to the dead body of this man, then suddenly they started shooting. The two of them are quick to escape. Now here Peter, and then came the man who shot himself. He turned the gun on him and stopped him from shooting. Peter tells him that we are yours, no enemy, nay, but we have come here like you. The man whose name. Then he went out and spoke to Peter. I was in the war. Someone suddenly knocked me out. When I opened my eyes, I was there. I thought you were the enemy, so I shot you. 3 of them are talking about Peter. He saw a girl standing in front of him with a gun. This girl's name is Christine, and Christine is a German shooter. Christina heard all 3 of them, so he understands. I have no fear of these 3. Then the 4 of them went into the forest. And Christine said when I was falling from the top. Then I took some others. I saw the shot down. When they are in the forest, then we see someone following them. This is a Japanese. Now the Japanese take off their shoes and follow them with light footsteps, so they heard the sound of his feet. Not to be confused with 3 others. There is no knowledge of this. Someone is following them, after a few steps forward. Then there are 2 people fighting each other. And looking at those people, the 2 stop fighting. They give and join the rest of the team. Then they heard the sound of a man running away. And when they come to it, then they see the parachute of a man. He is trapped in the mountain, which is why this man is hung upside down. Now here, Peter, the bullet broke the rope of the parachute and knocked the man down. He asks, "Who are you?" Then he tells the man, "My name is Steve and I am a doctor. No one knows that now. Which place is this?" And no one knew the way out of the forest. Then they all got out of the forest. They are looking for... The Japanese also joined their team. After a few steps forward, they are in one place. They see the human faces. All of them are terrified when they see them. Going. They think the forest is too dangerous. So how now? Then they will quickly leave the forest. No, they cannot be killed. And then there is a strange thing going on. It appears, whoever looks at him, attracted and outgoing, then the plant will be touched. The doctor comes and stops the exit and tells the doctor, it is a very poisonous plant. From a drop of liquid flowering from this flower, man can be paralyzed and doctor on a knife. The flower of this flower. He keeps it to himself, then they will all go back and forth. The feet of their African companions fall on a tree, which they fell down. They go and see. The woods from above are falling on the African, but he saves himself, and then a great mountain remains. He comes to his colleagues, but they quickly avoid it, and then they will be thrown into the woods and save himself from it. Then he ran fast and ran away. Then they fall into the pit, and then he takes a piece of wood. But now the screws, Christine. Then he went downstairs and then downstairs. The woods were covered. Now as Christine down, then they fall into the pit. Then there's Peter. He caught Christine and saved her. These people do not understand. Who is the one who sets the trap? And then Christine sees the man with the scoop of her rifle. Whoever set the trap. And when they all come to him, They see that. Mankind has already died, and looking at the mark on his body, it seemed so. It is as if he had been killed by a monster. Now here, after checking out this guy, they get a diary. He knew he was a US soldier. Listen to this. Peter says, this is not for mankind. Rather, it was created for a great cause. Because Christine was in the pit. The length of the hole was considerably higher, so the soldier dug so deep. I wanted to kill this monster. The monster. It was much more dangerous. And he avoided being caught in the trap of the soldier. And then the monster killed the soldier. When everyone leaves, then they're Africans. Someone seems to be watching them. And he looks at the front feet. But he didn't see anything on the ground. He follows his companions. And here we see, the truth is that they are watching and they are watching. There is a foot, but they couldn't see it because they couldn't see it. And whatever they see, he watched them from the fire. After going a little further, when they are open, then they came to the field and saw it. Be surprised, by the way, because they were in a different world. These people have never been there before. I didn't see it because there were 3 planets in the sky. And when they see it, they understand. This is not our world, but we have come to another planet. Now here Peter says the way we came here. Exclusive. There is no way out of here. We are going to get out of here soon. You have to find the way. Then they turned towards the forest. And then, suddenly a drone passes over them. Then they watched, and then they watched. We will be attacked from above, but then something strange. Then they run towards them quickly. Then they see them all. Which one of the creature's bodies explodes? And then a creature falls behind one of their companions. He was a prisoner in Mexico. And as it is there, the prisoner is killed. Then the Africans came and killed this creature. He saved the life of the prisoner. The doctor didn't have a gun. He runs away from the creature to save his life. Then he goes after the doctor, but here, Christine came and climbed the doctor. He gives it to himself and fights it. But as soon as he hits it, he shoots it and then he knows it. The guns in his gun are gone. Seeing this, Christine, it's pretty darn good and it's pretty darn good. Towards Christine, it seems to grow. The one who sees Christ. No one can save me now. And as it is there, Christine is close enough. The sound of a whistle from the forest, and hear the sound of the whistle. They're critter like a dog. He follows the sound. And here we find that these creatures are the dogs of this planet. Here, they know that there are more dogs in this forest. There is something dangerous about us. He wants to kill. Everyone notices here. And then they are missing, and then they are missing. They have their own gangster partners. The sound of running. When they hear the sound, they immediately come to it. And they see that their companions have made a choice. Then he turned his back on them. Then they call him to them. But their partners are none. He does not answer. When she saw him, she began to see him. But then here, Peter, stop, Christine. And Peter says this to us, there may also be a trap to trap. Now to turn your doubts into belief. Peter raised a stone to his companion. He throws a stone as close to his companion. If they fall, they will know. Indeed, therein lies the net and their companion. He has been killed. Peter speaks to all his companions. We have to leave our partner here. Because if we try to get our hands on our partner, we will all be killed. But Christine treats her partner like this. He didn't want to leave, so he shot his partner. It will free him from suffering forever. Now after a while, they are strange. The footprints are visible, which they see that it is. Monsters' feet are marks that want to kill us. All of them follow the footsteps. They come to a place where all the bodies were hung. Some of the bodies were pulled out, and blood was poured out everywhere. It was, seeing them all, they are very scared. Then they went, and then they came to them. It appeared, and they thought that the predator was dead. As soon as he gets closer to him, and then he wakes up, and he cried, all the people behind them. Then there are 2 Earths. And then he went out into Africa, which caused the African to die. Something strange here, Peter. Then when the blinds are shot, some of the bullets. The monster is the monster. But the monster was heavy on them. So Peter tells everyone to get out of here. Then all the people will run away, jump down a mountain into the river, and they swim in the water towards the shore. Then there's a drone. He passes over them and sees them, which then the drone goes back to the same place, where they were attacked. And here the monster shows his true form. We know that this is a predator. But their size is considerably larger than the rest of the normal predators. And it is not one but 3 predators. Then they go to the other side of the river. And Peter says it all. I found out. The monster's attacking us. There are predators, and these predators they will not live in the forest. Instead of leaving us here, you have to fight these predators. All the people here, they hide in the forest again. And then Christine showed a predator from the rifle's scoop, which he gives. When they saw him, they caught him. They plan to kill, and now they are together as planned. They are sent to the forest and their companions. He turns the predator to himself. And as the predator approaches him, if he is killed, then Christine shoots him. Then they will all return to him. And here they are. It turns out that this is not a predator, but another creature. Now Peter on shooting straight from so far away. I appreciate Christine. But here Christine sees her shot fired. Not that this creature, nay, but his shot hit a mountain. They didn't realize they were shot in the end. Who says Peter? This is a trap. Indeed, their plan has been reversed. And before they could do anything, then they sound. I hear these people looking around, but no one sees them. And then a big monster predator looks from behind Peter, who takes the gun straight to Peter. Peter thought I was dead. But then the predator takes the mask off his face. Here they find out. He is a human being like us. This man calls his name Noland and says it all. Because our lives are in danger. The predator's sniffing power is quite high. So if you want to save yourselves, then all of you. Follow me. Then they all began to think. They followed Nolan. And Nolan is an old bad guy. He is taken to the spaceship. Nolan says this place is safe. I have come to this planet like you. As much as I do. They were all killed. And for the last 3 years, I'm hiding from predators here. Then a teammate asks you, how did the past predator suit come about? Which Nolan tells, I killed 2 predators here. And I'm wearing them. Now here Peter, he asks how we can kill these predators. Which Nolan says this predator is very dangerous. They will see the red light. They can see us in the dark. Nolan says there are 2 types of predators. It is a normal predator, and the other monster predators. And this monster predator is not just human. Rather, they hunt for the normal predator. Peter understands that. The predator with the foot. He was a normal predator. Nolan here. He says that I've been looking for a way out of here for years, but to this day, I have no way out of this planet. Peter says there is a way. If we spaceship these predators, if we go through this spaceship, we'll go through this planet. You can go to the planet, which Nolan says spaceships we will steal, but none of us can fly the predator's spaceship. Then he said, Now here comes Peter Christine, and he tells us, the predator anyway, the ship must stop. And then we got out of the ship. The slaves in the woods. The predator will be released. Then they will ask for help. The 2 of them were talking to each other. Smoke and smoke filled the entire room. It is filled with smoke, and it was none other than Nolan. In fact, Nolan made all these people unconscious, their food and weapons. He wanted to steal, and now all those people are getting out of here, trying to open the door. The door was locked from the outside. Do not open the door, Peter. Shot him to break the door, the sound of which runs away from the predator. He hears and knows the predator. Where are they hiding? After which the predator reaches the ship. First there, Nolan shot and killed, because Nolan was out of the ship. Then the predator. Find the rest. And the rest of the way out. They are looking for, but the doctor is separated from them, and the doctor begins to find a way out alone. There is no way out. And his companions. Sometime later, the predator sees the doctor. And the predator goes on to kill the doctor. But then get out there. Comes and quickly rescues the doctor from the predator. But in the meantime, a shot of the predator. And then he goes down to the ground. And here's your doctor. Instead of running away, he runs away. And now the predator hold a tool in his chest. He sips, and I think I am going to die. But before he died, he quickly pulled out a grenade. A strong one, and then he blows up the predator with him. The rest of the people outside, then they will be able to escape, and they will be able to escape. They come out, but now boom, hearing the sound of the blast, another predator arrives there, and their partner here. Mexico! He is happy to be out of prison. He thought his life was saved, so they run with joy, I guess, but then a predator from behind. Shoot him down! And then the predator came before them and hit Peter's forehead. It is as if it were a predator. Peter is killed. A gun from behind. Many of the predators. But the knife doesn't make much difference to the predator. And the predator lifts the prisoner and strikes the earth. Then they all take advantage of the opportunity. People run away in here. The predator killed the prisoner with great mercy. Then they follow the footprints of the rest of the predator. Then they follow them. The rest of the people are running in a field of grass. And then he knows his Japanese counterpart. The predator is still chasing them. Now to stop this predator. Japanese to go to their colleagues. He says it's going to be a battle. The rest of the kids will run away. And then there comes the monster predator Japanese. Now the Japanese draw their sword. And we know that Japan's biggest gang leader is Yakuza. Then the fight between the predator and the Japanese begins. And we see that Japanese are very good swordsmen. There are plenty of fights between them. Both of them are strong against each other. After a long fight, the Japanese finally managed to kill the predator. At the same time, the Japanese fell, killed, because he had a lot of injuries during the fight. 2 of the 3 predators were killed. And now there was only 1 predator left. On the other side, Christine, Doctor, and Peter saved themselves. They were running in the forest, but then the doctor's foot gets caught in a trap, which is why the doctor's foot is so bad. The doctor wasn't able to walk. Here, Peter? Christine says we have to leave the doctor here because he can't walk now. And if we take him with us, then we will be caught and killed. But Christine was a good-hearted owner, and the doctor didn't want to leave. Peter says, go away. I will help the doctor here. Then Peter left both of them. And then it goes straight to the place where the slave predator, it was tied. Now here comes Peter in front of this predator. He says, I'll give it to you, but I'll give it to you. I have to send the spaceship to my planet. This predator could understand human language, so he shakes his head. Then Peter opened the hands of the predator, and the predator is completely free. Here the predator gets pretty happy with Peter and quickly there, wear the shield of your hand from our remote planet location set, and starts the spaceship. And now the spaceship was ready to come to our planet. On the other side, then the doctor takes care of him. Suddenly both of them are caught in a trap. And this is the monster predator. Then came the monster predator which both of them were trapped in. The monster predator throws this trap into a pit. Then the monster predator. Where Peter freed the slave predator. And when the slave predator monster sees the predator, the fight between them begins. And the opportunity to benefit. Peter quickly started going towards the spaceship. Looks like and here between monster predator and slave predator, there are plenty of fights. Peter on the other side. The spaceship arrives and shortly after the spaceship, and flying in the air, who hears the voice of the doctor and Christine in the pit. They understand Peter is out of here. The reason why monster predator on the other hand is more powerful. The slave predator does not get ticked in front of him for long. And finally the head of the monster predator slave predator, and separated from the body, and with the spaceship that Peter goes to is also the monster predator. He pushes through his hands. Then we see the doctor and Christine in the pit. Here the doctor shows his true form and he pulls out the knife he has poisoned. The plant was drained, and then the doctor came from behind and stabbed Christine in the neck, cut off from Christine's body, paralyzed, and he loses control of his body completely. Christine was still alive. He shakes his body. He did not speak, nor did he. Now here's the doctor. Tell Christine about herself. I am a serial. He was the one who killed, and especially the girls. And now I'm the predator. I will return to my homeland. Now that Dr. Christine is talking about it, Then Peter comes up. Actually, Peter wasn't sitting in the spaceship. And now he returns to his companions. Peter looks at the doctor. The doctor becomes a gentleman again. Then he says to Dr. Peter, "This is the case with the monster predator. Now here, Peter wanted to tell the doctor the truth. Because of paralysis. He cannot speak. Then Peter, the doctor and Christine are caught and taken out of the pit. And Christine comes and tells Christine not to worry. We will soon get out of here. Now that Peter is talking to Christine, then the doctor came back to Peter. Then the sword will kill. Peter understands the doctor's intention, and Peter takes the doctor's knife to his throat. And here we find that when the doctor in the pit, he was telling Christine the truth. Peter listened to the doctor. Peter then dragged the doctor's body. Monster takes the place of the predator. And the doctor puts gunpowder around the body. This is actually a trap for the monster predator. And Peter knows. This predator infrared fire vision. So Peter, he puts soil on his entire body so that the predator can infrared vision. They could not see. After a while, the predator arrives, and he seeks to prey on his infrared vision. Now the predator, due to the soil on Peter's body. You cannot see Peter, but they are on the ground. Look at the doctor's body. After which the predator begins to move towards the doctor's body, and we know the doctor's body. There is a trap for the predator. Now as soon as the predator turns the doctor's body, so much for the doctor's body. The grenades were tied and previously understood. The predator in which the blast occurred. Then he goes away and falls away. Now here Peter. Then the fire burned all around. And the fires of fire. The predator cannot see Peter from his infrared vision. Taking advantage of the opportunity now, running monster takes several stabs at the predator. Then the flames are reduced. So Peter quickly hid behind a crowd. Now the predator finds Peter around with his infrared vision. But Peter is nowhere to be seen. On then the predator from his infrared vision behind the tree. Peter's heart beats loudly. Listen, and the predator understands where Peter is. It's as if the fire is on Peter. Peter understands. The predator knows my location. Peter immediately jumped up and saved himself from the fire. Then the predator comes and kills Peter. And he throws it away. And then he became a Christian, and he became a Christian. Then he turned to his rifle. Here the predator takes a nickel tool out of his hand. Peter is going to kill Christine. Shoot the predator. The blood from the predator's chest. Seeing this predator in a rage, Christine took a nickel towards them. The tools that seem to be in Christine's shoulder. Now shoot the predator here. He is weak enough. And the opportunity to benefit. Peter quickly picked up an axe first. The predator's arm. The one on which the spaceship was remotely mounted. And finally Peter. The head of a predator with a strong warhead separates from the torso. Then comes Peter Kristen. And they both rest for a while. And the next morning, when both of them are up, they looked at the sky and they looked at the sky. Parachutes appear, which means death again. The game has begun. Now let's take Peter Christine with us. And he said, I have found my way home. Actually, Peter now has a monster predator hand remote. They can both return to their homeland. The story ends with him. If you this video good, subscribe to our channel. I will definitely like the video.